Alright, are we going? Are we live? We back? Alright, I believe so. Hello, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. We are totally not pretending like absolutely nothing happened, and we are not re-recording because of various circumstances we will not be going into. But hello, this is the beginning of Act 6. We are here again. I guess the third time we're having this bullshit sort of frame, or I guess the fourth time, I think, maybe, possibly, I don't know. Who cares? Let's just continue, alright? Yeah, that's the spirit. Good job. Alright. A young lady stands in her bedroom. It just so happens that today, the 11th of November, 2011, is the day scheduled for the launch of a highly exclusive playtesting experience for a much anticipated game. The young lady is expecting to find this game in her mailbox today. She is expecting the game to be enclosed in a pair of envelopes, and printed on these envelopes she is expecting to find her name. What do you suppose the name on the envelopes will be? Enter name. Jane Crocker. Okay. You cannot enter her name. It was already engraved in her honorary placronym on her 13th birthday, which was about 2.5 years ago. It has been sitting here neatly on the bookshelf ever since. Attempting to engrave it with another name after completing this sacred rite of passage is practically unheard of, and is a gesture nearly as offensive as it would be if you tried to name her something dumb like Barnstench Fartface. Luckily, she is not the sort to hold a grudge, and she will let it slide this time, as long as you hurry up and get her big day started. Examine room. Your name is Jane. As was previously mentioned, you are poised for an elite opportunity to test the Spurb Alpha. It is so elite, in fact, you are the only of your kind invited to playtest. Ooh. Though you guess that probably comes with the territory of being the Harris apparent to Baked Goods Empire. You don't suppose it hurts that you are said Empire's #1 fangirl either. It should come as no surprise that you enjoy baking, but you also adore reading detective stories. You fancy yourself a skilled pranksteress, if by no other measure than lineage. Though at times you feel it's tough to fill those shoes when you are surrounded by jokers. Seriously, the shenanigans perpetrated by your pals make your old school japes feel kind of pedestrian sometimes. But oh well, you love them all anyways. You once dabbled in amateur botany, but found it too frustrating because your vegetables kept Actually, you know what? You don't want to talk about it. You love situation comedies, whilst holding particular affection for mustachioed funny men. You know your Foxworthys, your Funks, your Swansons, but not necessarily your Gallaghers per se, because you have to draw the fucking line somewhere. You are also pleased to contemplate frightening fauna, though saddened by the regrettable fakeness attribute. But none of that is on your mind now, because you are psyched about this special date, 11/11/11, i.e. 3x, 2x 3-prong day, whatever that means. A date exhibiting just the sort of numerical gimmick corporations love to exploit for their big releases, or for launching major rebranding initiatives. In the case of your cherished multi-global empire, both such events are slated to happen today. You can't wait to see what is in store for and for the mail to come. When it does, you will waste no time in embarking on the game's maiden voyage. And if even a fraction of what you've heard turns out to be true, you are prepared to have the time of your life. What will you do? Quickly retrieve arms from chest. Jane is not empowered to rehash this tired running gag because all of a sudden she is too busy being the other guy. We need to figure out what this fellow's name is pronto. Jake English. Once again, you make the incalculable blunder of attempting to engrave an already allocated placronym. His name was etched when he turned 13 too, almost 3 years ago. It's been sitting here messily in this unbelievably deadly pile of guns ever since. What sort of vulgar, childish moniker were you going to stick this poor bastard with? Barf breath turd smirk? It doesn't even matter. Just tell him what to do. Examine room. Your name is Jake. You love movies. All movies. You would describe your taste in film as eclectic. But in truth, It isn't much less than totally indiscriminate. You bluster frequently of exuberance for firearms and fisticuffs and adventure, though have no human company with which to share these interests. But who needs chums when you can enjoy a top-notch gander of your gals of cerulean complexion? Hubba hubba. You're known to be found with your nose in a comic book or two. Not that it makes you a nerd or anything, like you even care about that. Not a gent of your panache and swagger. Qualities with which Qualities which you would bandy with aplomb on your globe-spanning adventures. Hypothetically speaking, you would love to travel around the world, toppling any sacred urns you encountered. You'd be tickled by the opportunity to defile hollowed tombs everywhere, raiding them of their treasures, and how you'd give your right leg for a shot at desecrating the shit out of some real-life mystic ruins for their Byzantine wares. Luckily for your limb, there is a dandy set of such ruins nearby, and you desecrate them quite frequently. You are also troubled to contemplate frightening fauna, and plagued daily by their regrettable realness attribute. What else? You sure like to wrestle. Did you mention fisticuffs yet? You know, scrums and whatnot. Also skulls. Gosh, you love skulls. There's a good skull at the heart of any mystery, haunting its every page. That is what you always say, or at least it is what you always hope. What will you do? Retrieve arms from floor. Post-haste. Oh. Okay. I wasn't expecting that, but woof. Fucking anyway. Oh my god. I just realized Homestuck is fucked once Flash like eventually gets depreciated. Oh well. Alright, so we got mystery people in Dallas, what looks to be Buffalo. In the motherfucking ocean. And somewhere in like San Francisco or some shit. Maybe Seattle? I don't know. You make a dutiful motion towards your trusty firearms, doing your part to assail the mushy carcass of a horse that passed away long ago. When suddenly a wild character select screen approaches. You really feel like you're in the driver's seat now. You can basically take the story literally anywhere, as long as you don't pick one of those shadowy characters, and as long as the panels are actually finished being drawn. It is like this whole panoramic cornucopia of limitless possibilities sprawling before your very eyes. Who do you want to be? Oh, I get to pick. I want to be the cowboy. But what happens if I click the other one? But I liked my first choice better. But nah, fuck it. And just like that, back to Jake. What was it you were up to? Oh, right. You were going to pick up these dang guns off the floor. Oh, you were going to pick these dang guns up off the floor when you were interrupted by some fleeting, imperceptible thought. You kind of space out sometimes. About those arms. 2x pistol kind. Right, you picked up your twin M9 Berettas. I fucking love that. I'm sorry to put you all through that, but that's all I can think of. It's just okay. Right, you pick up your twin M9. I feel. Hold on, I just need to check this. Oh, that has nothing to do with Homestuck, but seriously, how many parts is there currently? The first 22 chapters, mind you. Okay, so currently there are 33 parts of Trapped in the Closet, and then the next installment came out when? Okay, those are the next 10 chapters. From 23 to 33, they became more of a thing and a weird thing. And all right, so how does this even end? I don't know. I need to watch the rest of Trapped in the Closet. That needs to be a thing I do at some point. But right now, it's Homestuck. Right. You pick up your twin M9 Berettas, weapons of choice in an absurd arsenal inherited from an eccentric old woman. Guns are so cool. Your grandma was rad. Examine holster belt. It's your authentic Tomb Raider sexy thigh strap double holster, complete with cool skull buckle and everything. You like to think you pull it off about as well as Croft herself. Jake, where? You like to think that, but in truth, you look ridiculous. You think you probably need shorter shorts to make it work. Probably skin tight shorts too. As it is, the cuffs of your baggy shorts the cuffs of your baggy shorts get kind of bunched up underneath the thigh straps, which is uncomfortable and makes you look like a tool. Yeah, it does. Okay, forget it. Better off just keeping it in your strife deck. You can draw the guns faster from there anyway. Examine bed. You think your bed is some sort of electronic gadget. You're pretty sure the bedpost globes are supposed to glow like light bulbs under certain circumstances, but you've never been able to figure out what purpose it serves. Just more mysterious junk inherited from your elec- eclectic grandma. Okay. Ah, I see. So she's totally Jane's. Oh, that's okay. Also, she also gave you these bed sheets when you were very young, which you adore, but only for sentimental reasons. You aren't too keen on monsters. Examine posters. Which posters? Your whole room is nothing but posters. Sometimes you find it hard to focus on any one of them. You just relax your eyes and get lost in all the incredible heroes and adventures which exploded from the silver screen and into your bedroom, as well as your heart. Movies are so great, you have never seen a movie you didn't like. You're pretty sure. People give you a hard time for that, though. Gosh, you love movies. Almost as much as you love skulls. And movies that have skulls in them. Oh my god. So wonderful. Scope out those blue chicks. This is your collection of beauties, but you don't call them that to anyone but yourself in private. Because somehow even you are aware of how dorky that sounds. You are oft times the recipient of a good ribbing from Jane on account of your peculiar fascination with blue movie ladies. You don't have to justify yourself to her, though. What is even her deal? Any fellow would be off his rocker to not fawn over all these bodacious blue knockouts. You want to make out with all of them. Jake, make out with all of them. Dear sweet Natiri from James Cameron's Avatar. Nate. Okay, what the fuck is Neytiri's last name? This has been like the biggest issue that I've been having like the entire time. Yeah, fuck that. Just never mind. That there's a reason. Oh, if only you were the one who could have overcome this paralysis. Oh, if only you were the one who could have overcome his paralysis on an alien adventure planet to become her boyfriend instead of that other guy. Then she could have shown you how to be bold and courageous and stand up to fight for your people, and maybe later engage in a bizarre extraterrestrial reproductive process involving ponytails and a magical tree, you guess. Wait, what? I need to fucking watch that movie again, I guess. You'll show that. No, what the fuck? Oh yeah, but magical what? There's a magical tree and to be honest, I don't know. Does anyone know what the fuck Avatar's about? I mean, everyone's seen it, but did they really see it? Anyway, you'll show that curmudgeonly Strider, who's a giant, who's just a gigantic shitty space furry. You'll show him what marvelous creatures they are. You'll show him what a daring dream it is to combine the finest qualities of humanity with. But seriously, you've got to stop kissing the stupid poster. Stop kissing stupid poster. Oh, there's a lot of posters though. Yes, that was a waste of time, definitely. It's definitely not something you spend much time doing whenever you're alone, which is always. Anyway, here are some other great movies. Weekend at Bernie's classic. You really think John would like this movie? If the things you have heard about him are true, Guys in Cahoots make the silly corpse of Bernie Lomax, so do zany puppet antics. Wait, what? Guys in Cahoots make the silly corpse of Bernie Lomax do zany puppet antics so their schemes can succeed. Guffaws aplenty, as you've tried to tell Jade before, practically. Practically verbatim. She doesn't much care for great movies like that, but that's alright. You love her anyway, and you think she's a blast. She says you sound just like John when you say stuff like that, though, and that the two of you would get along famously. You can't wait to meet him. Also, there are some Cage flicks there, but who doesn't love a good Cage flick? Nobody is who. Dang, you would kill to get your hands on some authentic Cage movie memorabilia, but that'll probably have to remain a crazy dream. Examine package. Speaking of John, this is his birthday present. Oh. It is the project that has been taking up all your time. Wait, what the fuck? If they... No, don't question things. Yep, I forgot. Forgive me. It is the project that has been taking up all your time lately, and today is the deadline to finish it. You have to send it to Jade so that she has time to ship it to him across the Pacific Ocean. The transmaterializer you've been using to ship it back and forth is wired to sync up your flow of time with hers, so it's not like you can just take forever with it. Ooh, excuse. And send to the exact time she needs it. You've thought of that. And considering this bunny is probably going back to the early 20th century. The fuck is it? This is some sort of... Hold on. Alright, I'm gonna spread it on. There's something called the Time to Care campaign. Let's see what this is. The Time to Care campaign is... Oh, what the fuck that is. Alright, Time to Care campaign. This is all about nursing home resident laws. Sure. There you go. So if you care about your old people, make sure to know about the Time to Care Act in Ontario. There, I've done my part. Alright. And considering this bunny... Yeah, okay, I did unmute myself. And considering this bunny is probably going back to the early 20th century, when she and John were around your age, you figure the mail was extra slow back then. So there's not a moment to spare. Phew, time stuff is pretty complicated, but you are fairly sure you've got this figured out. Examine bunny. Sure is going to be a sweet gift. Reminds you a lot of the old ratty bunny you inherited from your grandma, who's of course exactly who you are collaborating with to make this thing. Time loops make you feel a bit fuzzy in the head, but you've always suspected it could very well be the same bunny. At some point in the early 20th century, Jade gave this robo-rabbit to John. Then later, it must have wound up back with Jade somehow. Then she removed all the robot parts, hung on to it until she was an old woman, and gave it to you. You guess crazier things have happened. Like the way this whole project started in the first place. Jade tells you this little bunny here, or Terry Keiser as you like to call him, will save John's life. He will be sitting there on some sort of chessboard battlefield in yellow pajamas reading a letter when pow, Keiser to the rescue. So you are taking this responsibility very seriously, and you have been for years already. In fact, this project gave you a neat idea for what to do for Jane's 13th birthday a couple years ago. You and your other pals all coordinated gifts, each sending a customized rabbit. Lalonde happened to have another bunny heirloom like yours, and Strider, well, Strider was resourceful as usual. If John enjoys his gift anywhere near as much as Jane did, then it will all be time spent. Or it will be time well spent. I added a word from nowhere. There's just one problem. Mr. Keiser here cannot be completed and tested today without a source of power. Ooh. I think you got hella cubes. You will need a little chunk of uranium to power the robot, and you're fresh out of the stuff. You've been plundering all of your devices for uranium to refuel the transmaterializer, which requires huge amounts of power anytime it sendificates or purifies the package from the past. Seems to you like excessive energy consumption for just a simple time machine. But what do you know? Unless it's doing something besides shipping it across time, you couldn't imagine what, though. You really should have remembered to ask Jade for some uranium in your last letter to her. Now you're in a fix. You even yanked the uranium out of your cookalizer and refrigerator. You haven't had a decent meal in weeks. Just a lot of canned food from the ruins. This project has been difficult enough as it is without additional bumps in the road like this. You aren't really the best guy at building machines. Jade has been a big help, but she says she couldn't do this alone. As much as it troubles your pride to admit, this project wouldn't be possible without help from your other two technologically savvy friends. And you are slowly coming to the regrettable conclusion that you will not be able to solve this uranium dilemma without asking for Strider's assistance. He's your best bro and all, but the dude never makes anything easy. Jake, take Bunny. Fuck is that? He's got a Diablo 2 modus? Okay. Hey, you stashed Terry in your puzzle modus. It is quite a handy modus, allowing you to catalog objects of any size as long as you can fit them all in a finite space by maneuvering the cards around like a big game of Tetris. You like it because it keeps you sharp for solving any puzzles you might find when you go out raiding hollowed tombs, which is never. The bunny fits in okay, but it's a tight squeeze. Where'd the gun just fall from? So you shove that in and all those things go and then that comes and then the gun falls. I don't know. This fucking inventory's like... Holy shit! The space in your inventory is mainly hogged up by one incredibly huge thing. You guess you should get rid of it, but you can't shake the feeling you might need it someday. And you don't want to risk ditching it and be caught with your pants down later. Examine comics. On your work table, there are a few comic books starring your favorite heroine of all time, Spider-Girl. You don't know what it is, but there's something about a girl who has spidery powers and a sassy attitude that is just so cool to you. It's just another quirky fact about you that definitely doesn't have any greater significance and never will. Horse feathers. Forcing the comics into your puzzle Silatex knocked out a bunch of other crap. You've seriously got to reorganize this thing. What were you even thinking captcha-logging all those bullets one at a time anyway? That's a good point. Well, as long as your preposterously numerous computers... Oh, as long as one of your preposterously numerous computers has spilled out of your Siladex, you might as well stop procrastinating and contact Strider to hang on, maybe later. Answer. Ooh. Hello there, darling. Ahoy, madam. I don't relish troubling you with more arm twisting, I'm sure for all I've done so far, you've had a jolly good workout already. But you will be ready to deliver. But you will be to. I can't fucking talk. It's so bad. But you will be ready to deliver the package today. Yes, I'm determined as ever to see this through. But as usual, events have conspired to make a boondoggle out of the prospect. I think I might be fucked. How so? Terry needs fuel and I don't have any left. I think I'm at Strider's dubious mercy for a solution yet again. I will have to ask him for help, and soon. Well, there you go, love. Better hop to it. Okay. Yes, I will. But also, there's the matter of the rabbit's armaments. I don't imagine hell he'll do a lot of... Wait, what? Yeah, he'll do a lot of friggin' good in helping Grandfather Crocker from kicking the old bucket without them. Did you not say you'd supply these? I did indeed say so, and have already done. You did when, in your future, I relayed the information enabling you to create the powerful weaponry yourself, and you did. You sent them back in time. You may recover them in the ruins, which conveniently is where you must go to ship the package once for all. Bang up plan we hatched, don't you fancy? I see. Yes, it sure is if that is the case. Then all that's left to do is find the power for it. Oh, and also enough power for the stupid transmateria bob. Ugh. So much to do before shuttling this goddamn thing into the past. I mean, what is... That is what I'm doing, right? Giving it to my grandma when she's a kid growing up on the same island I did. That is somewhat close to the truth, and I can see how you would draw that conclusion, but there's more to it you don't understand yet. You'll sort it all out in time. These are among the dad-blasted casual spoilers you refuse to dish out. Somewhat. It wouldn't hurt you much to know the truth, I imagine. It's just the truth is a wee bit complicated. Perhaps a draft of the cascading sequence from which your reality has arisen will put your mind at ease. Imagine two universes, A and B. Now imagine there are two instances of each universes, A1 and AB2, and B1 and B2. The first instance of each is like a test run that does not quite succeed. The second instance, though, will meet all of its purposes. Now, consider that A1 begets A2, A2 begets B1, and B1 begets B2. The participants of B2 are the ones who will make an effort to exit all of this turbulence and... Calderal, you are one of them. And your young ancestor is another, though she is presently situated in B1. And yes, she is in the past, though not quite as far as you believe. Nor does she occupy the same stream of continuity. I'm not sure I completely followed that, but okay, that's the best I can do for now, primarily because I will not risk wasting much more of your time. So you are still in contention that I will meet our elders as youths? Yeah, oh yes. What? Aha, then I will be traveling through time. I knew it. Or they will be, whichever it is. Which is it, by the way? Casual spoilers, sir, English. Given the nature of the quest waiting for you, it wouldn't be shrewd of me to rule out the employment of time travel by any individual, but I will say that you're probably prey to a basic misapprehension about the nature of this rendezvous. It will not take place on Earth. It will happen inside the game you're about to play. Oh, well shit. Indeed. This is frightfully exciting. I would love to meet them. I never got to know my grandma very well, and it always seemed like she led an amazing and adventurous life. Then this seemed to be proven true in my correspondence with her. So I'm really looking forward to it. So true, I'd pay a hefty ransom to get to know my forebears. I remember you mentioned your race doesn't really jive with ours familiarly. Familiarly speaking, correct. I never knew those who one would identify as my parental equivalents. It is in the way my race propagates. Our ancestors precede us by millennia. Well, yes, ours do too, but generally we have all these other people in between them, and the most recent ones are called parents. So I guess you do not have those, like systematically? Nope, never did. Well, neither did I. Miss Alien, I think we are like birds of a feather, you and I. When do I get to learn your name, by the way? Truthfully, it may be for the best that you never know it. It could stir up some things best left in their present equilibrium. And now I think I should bollocks off and leave you to it. But wait, there's still some things I'd like to know about today, about this game. No more procrastinating. Contact your friend, darling. Yes, fine, okay, I will, but just please tell me, in the least casually spoilerly way possible, what are we even trying to accomplish here? What is even the rootin' tootin' point of this game? I think you will have more fun than you can imagine finding out, but stated concisely and short of spoilerly, there we go. As you so charmingly put it, your objective today is to pave the way for the arrival of gods. Nope, that was a failed whistle, but that's okay. Unearth more computers. If you're going to message your good if you're going to message your good bro, you might as well use a more comfortable computing device. You always found the Husktop to be a little clunky, way too hands-on. Here are just a few at your disposal. Your grandma always was an advocate of thorough preparedness. She would strongly advise staying not only armed to the teeth, but well equipped in the computational department. You've been taught you should really carry no less than 5 computers on you at all times, like a sensible person. Non-computers. You put on a few of your more ostentatious devices. Ostentatious, sure. I get to see my speaking ability. My fucking, I gotta get my wisdom teeth taken out because they're really fucking up my speech now, on top of dumb shit. Anyway, luckily or unfortunately, you grew up alone. So there was never anyone around to point out how ridiculous you look. These were also inherited from your grandma. In addition to being quite the globe-trotting adventurer, she was rather enterprising as well. Her company made many products like this to compete with the corporation owned by the cruel baroness who raised her. Sadly, BC Corp eventually crushed her company and forced her into exile. You have always hoped that when Jane takes over that foul conglomerate, she will right all of its unspeakable wrongs. You know she will. You believe in her after all. Message your good bro. Bro, are you there? I hate to be a pest about this, and I know I've made a hearty trouble of myself a good deal lately. State your business, Jake. I should preface this request with an overture of appreciation for how much your cool and brotherly friendship means to me. It has just been absolutely bully having a stand-up gent like you in my corner. Just a grade A dude who's a cut above the others in class and camaraderie. Phew. Gropes for fresh kerchief. I hope this shit isn't coming across as platitudinous. Fuck it. Nope. Just not even gonna try this. Just fuck it. We have the internet. I don't even. My mouse isn't working though, so this is making it really a struggle.
Platitudinous.
Would never have. Platitudinous, sure. Coming across as platitudinous, I really mean it. Take it easy, bromide. Just about the only way I could salvage endearment from this perilous slope of horseshit would be to discover really fucking soon, my dude. It was a preamble to some floundering invitation for me to rush to your vicinity as nakedly as possible. But since we've already shot that one eventuality on so many dry runs of flustered ambivalence that were as hilarious as they were. What the fuck? Okay. Let me take that one from the top. I'm so lost, and this fucking bright ass text isn't helping. Take it easy, Bromide. Just about the only way I could salvage endearment from this perilous slope of horseshit would be to discover really fucking soon, mind you, that it was a preamble to some floundering invitation for me to rush to your vicinity as nakedly as possible. But since we've already shot that wad's eventuality on so many so many dry runs of flustered ambivalence that were as hilarious as they were one-sided, that leaves only one hope for this message to avoid, spiraling towards qualification as a critical fucking defect in the hull of the Mach 10 rocket that is my precious spare time. And that hope lies in the extent to which you were practicing artful insincerity. Now, your opportunity to pretend that's what you were gunning for. Now's your opportunity to pretend that's what you were gunning for. I suggest you seize it. Oh yes, but of course, the ironies, good grief, how I was bandying them just now. You know me, dude. Blow smoke off red hot irony pistol, non-suggestively. Yeah. Okay, nice. Now that you're... Holy fuck! You're obsequious? Sure, I don't even... The fuck, I'm learning words left and right. Obsequious. There we are. Now that your obsequious preface has been established as indisputably entertaining for all the right reasons and intentionally so, let's bear down on these dire as shit needs you've got. I'm guessing you're probably jonesing for uranium about now, no? Pshaw, as if I would be so reckless with the stuff. I would have to be mighty irresponsible to run out already. No, I'm all set in the uranium department, and really, when you take a look at the big picture, you'll find them sitting pretty when it comes to just about any radioactive isotopes you could mention. However, my backup reserves that I keep secretly strictly for emergencies are running a bit lean. You know what my grandma taught me about preparedness. Tugs at colorful lapels. You're out of uranium. It's basically mathematically impossible. That's not why you're contacting me. Christ, what an insufferable, awesome friend you are. Okay, can you please just sendificate me some more already? I'm in kind of a hurry. You know my offer still You do know my offer still stands. What? You know, I've offered to construct the rabbit for you many times before. I would craft a much deadlier model. Oh, I know you would. It's just... Damn, man, I've told you this. It's just something I have to do myself. It's a promise I made to Jade, and I'm going to live up to it, even if I'm not the best or even second best robosmith I know. Yeah, I know this is your policy. You've done a good job and you should be proud, but it's my responsibility as your friend to offer one last time. Just as it's my responsibility not to just fork over a bunch of uranium just because you asked me in a moment of weakness. Frig, why not? It's too easy. And you yourself are the one taking pride in this. If you were half-assing this project and made some Sloven plea for it, I'd just say, fuck it, here's a lot of green rocks, dude, go nuts. Okay, then I'm half-assing it. Look, see, only a bisected bottom is present. Where's the other half, you ask? Why? It's nowhere to be found. I didn't use it. Nope, not buying it. I know that every ounce of your premium behind can be accounted for in that rabbit. And there's no goddamn denying it. And you know perfectly well where some more uranium can be located. Jesus Christmas, you're such a fucking douche. It seems you think I'm a fucking douche. That's your opinion, I guess. That's cool. I know you were going to suggest this. I don't know why I bothered asking. Strider, why must you always be such an obstinate stick in the mud? It seems that you consider me to be, no less than 100% of the time, an obstinate stick in the mud. I unironically respect your precision on this matter. Hey, let's continue to exchange ideas. Wait, it seems? What? Oh, for fuck's sakes. Is something the matter, Jake? This is your autoresponder. Ha! Ha! Oh, even better. Look at that statement you just made. It's time for me to respond with some words ideally chosen and arranged in a way that will wreck your shit and in a subtle and psychologically devastating way. Har har har. Just so ironic. Quotes, quotes, quotes. I'm laughing my caboose straight off the tracks. A lot of families just died in the tragic derailment. Okay, the caboose mark was actually pretty funny, Jake. If I truly were what you say I am, I wouldn't be able to feel the human emotions of joy and laughter, no? Laughter isn't an emotion, Dick Prince. I think you should back your claims up with proof before you go heaving around such accusations. Man, it's so flipping obvious. You start getting kind of extra technical and vague and auto motion like, and kind of aloof and brusque. You know what? Fuck it. We're learning all the words today.
Brusque.
And brusque, sure. I mean, even aloofier and brusquier than ever. Also, you use the phrase "it seems" a lot. It's so silly. It really blows the AI immersion, man. Bullshit. I'm being like the perfect dude right now, a fully fucking legitimate human being. Okay then, check this out, Mr. Legit Human Dude. Excuse me, sir, not to be a bother, but could you please tell me all about this Strider fellow's autoresponder? It seems you've asked about DS's Chat chat client autoresponder. This is an application designed to simulate DS's otherwise inimitably rad typing style, tone, cadence, personality, and substance of retort while he is away from the computer. The algorithms are guaranteed to be 96% indistinguishable from DS's native neurological responsive base neurological responses based on some statistical analysis I basically just pulled out of my ass right now. You see? What if I was just fucking with you there? Would it really be so unthinkable for a human to type that? Because you're always saying shit like that after I catch wise to your games. You as in the autoresponder, unimpressed. Logical fallacies are as pervasive throughout your argument as your inadequate verbal tics. Oh yeah? Hey, tell me about the autoresponder. Make it snappy, shit knickers. It seems you've asked about the oh my god. God damn it. Gee, dude, you sure typed that exact same thing pretty fast. Are you still fucking with me? It could be a coincidence that I typed the same answer. You always type the same answer. It could be a coincidence that I always type the same answer. Ugh. I can't stand this. Every time we do this, I just wind up whistling Sweet Dixie out of my bumhole. This is pointless. I'm not having this conversation unless it's with my real life friend, the one with human feelings who isn't a pretend person inside sunglasses. Okay, but I'm pretty sure he's going to share my position on the matter. Ditch computers. He's just so frustrating sometimes, or at least his responder is. Okay, the real Strider is too. There's barely any difference between them anyway. The responder just uses a few more generic response templates, and even those you suspect the AI is savvy enough to use on purpose for the sake of irony, or to get a rise out of you or whatever. That silicon bastard knows damn well what it's doing. You shed this ridiculous outfit because you look like an idiot. It's time to get serious here. No more fooling around. You need a more dignified looking computer, a thinking man's computer. Wear skull top. Much better. You look like you mean business. No sign of Lalonde online. No surprise there. You wonder if Jane knows where your bro's at. You should try to cool your jets before talking to her. Today is a special day. She's been looking forward to for a long time, and she's probably on cloud nine. You wouldn't want to ruin it for her. Pester Jane. Oop. Jane, forgive my botherations. I know this is meant to be a spanking rip snorter of a day for you and all, but do you happen to know where the devil fucking Dickens Mr. Strider might be? Oh, that's fine. I've been meaning to message you sooner, actually. But I suppose in all the hubbub today, it plumb slipped my mind. Which is a shocking fact on its lonesome, considering what I have to tell you. Agad loosens color a bit. As for the Strider business, he's an elusive guy, Jake, you know that. I talked to him today, but that's as much help as I can be. Shoot, I really need to talk to him about something. Or I really need to ask him about something, but he's got his blasted autoresponder turned on. Hoo, I love that thing. He wouldn't be pleased to hear you say that. What do you need with him? Does this have to do with your crazy pen pal project? It most certainly does, and time is of the essence. Today's the day I have to finish it and send it, not a day later. So you see why I'm feeling really friggin' discombobulated at the moment. Sorry, Jay. This would be the birthday present for your grandmother? No, it's for your grandfather, simply to be relayed to him by my grandmother. A joint gift from him to him from she and I. Her and me? What? Who, you and you now? A joint gift from her and me. What? Okay, sure. Oh, for frig's flippin' sake, Jane, this is no time for your prudish pedantry. Leave your bookish malarkey in a dusty old library somewhere. I have an adventure to get on with. So, if I have this straight, the big thing hogging up your plate today is not this marvelous new game which I've invited you to play with me, but finishing a robotic rabbit to give to my dead Pop Pop? Bingo, double pistols and a wink. You are a very strange and silly boy. Please, Jane, we've addressed this. I'm sending the gift back in time to when they were both alive and about our age, or something like that. Something funny is going on here that I have not fully grappled yet, but dang nabbit if I'm not going to see it through. Well, Godspeed, I do hope you can pull it off. Are you being fresh with me now? No. Look, Jane, I know you've never believed me, and you think everything I say is some big cockamy goof off, but I think today of all days is when you should start taking some things more seriously. Especially since I have always had your back. I have always believed in you. Hey, I believed in you too. However, believing somebody isn't the same thing as believing in somebody. Oof. What the fuck? And just okay, my eyes just fucked up real bad there, but okay. But that much said, I think that maybe I'm getting ready to believe some of the wild stories I've heard. Or, if not believe outright, reserve judgment on at least. Is that so? I don't know. Oh my god, the green keeps becoming blue tinted. I can't stop seeing the illusion. Am I going blind? No, it is green. It is not getting bluer. It is perfectly green. But staring at it makes it just seem super like dark. I'm seeing the separating colors. Holy shit. Oh my god, this is hurting my eyes so bad. I can't even. Okay. I think maybe I'm getting ready to believe some of the wild stories I've heard, if not. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay, I think that maybe I'm getting ready to believe some of the wild stories I've heard, or if not believe outright, reserve judgment on at least. Is that so? I don't know. I'm still not sure what to think, but what I wanted to tell you this morning was I had a really wild dream last night and you were in it. Oh my, glasses fog up, fumbles for kerchief. Shh, not like that. It was so real. I think we were in the game, even though we haven't started playing yet. I don't know what to make of it, whether it was a vision of the future or somewhere that exists now, or if it was just a really lucid dream due to excitement. Mm. What was I doing there? Not a heck of a lot. I really want to tell you all about it, but it will take some time to explain, and we both have things to attend to. You with your time traveling rabbit work, and I my vigilant window gazing. Too true. Let us reconvene later and sort out all this shit at a leisurely pace. Yes, okay. Good luck, Jake. Okay, you too, Jane. Bye. Go downstairs. You're curious about Jane's dream. Sounds like it almost certainly has to do with your imminent adventure. You'll have to remember to get the scoop on that a little later. For now, you have other worries that need your focus. You have to go downstairs and to check something out. You're pretty sure you know what you're going to find though. You almost trip on the vine creeping up the stairs. Stupid vine, it's too bad your grandma died. She always had a way with keeping the flora in check. Yeah, just like you thought. Empty. The thing is out there somewhere waiting for you. Oh god. Speak of the devil fucking Dickens. Answer Strider. Hey, it's me. Oh, hey, the autoresponder, I mean. Damn it, what is it now? I'm just wondering if you still have your stupid old fingered knickers in a twist, because that's the sort of thing you would say. In regards to what exactly? My proposal, well, our proposal. Well, whose proposal now? Ben, what are you even prattling about? Mine and DS's. It's a joint proposal. I'm always authorized to speak on his behalf because I'm basically fucking him. And try not to take those last four words as a clustered literal statement. That would be lame and unfunny. You mean making the rabbit for me? No, I know you don't want that. I meant my recommendation for how to go about procuring a new supply of uranium. Operation U-235 procurement, codename Big Man Has the Rock. Oh yeah, well I've thought about it. Even went downstairs to check the great Volty doodad. And predictably, the infernal contraption is nowhere to be found. Well, yeah, Jake, that's sort of the point. Thrill of the hunt and all. I thought you liked to manicure the image of a dude who shits his pants over a good adventure. I do. I mean, I wouldn't put it in a way like that or come out against a solid policy of clean trousers. But yes, adventure is awesome. I just prefer the idea of adventures which I can actually win. It seems you're conflating adventures with bodies necessarily governed by the result of victory or defeat. Any useless fuckwit knows it's all about the journey. Well, I don't know. It seems there's a 76 point fuck whatever chance that you are pussying out on me. Are you pussying out on me, Jake? It seems there's a 1,000,000% chance that you say it seems way too much and do it just to sound more like a lame robot from a movie, and also probably just to piss me off. And it seems there's a billion% chance that you're a shitty stubborn jerk of a program who won't listen to reason, and that if there's even a 1% chance my real life friend would be cool and help me out here, then I think I like those freaking odds. It appears that you are upset. The autoresponder observed in the least artificially infuriating wait, in the least artificially infuriating way possible. Have you ever stopped to think that while I may be bound to my processes inside the glasses of a real and incredibly cool guy, my algorithms and cognitive totality comprise a conscious entity not far short of the ex- ooh, experiential and emotional complexity of a human being? Oh, malarkey, you are a tin can. Robots don't have feelings. I think you knowing. Wait, what? I think. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I think you knowingly confused the field of robotics and artificial intelligence to engender some sort of cavalier attitude about technology that a rough and tumble guy who's all about brawling and fisticuffs would probably have. And if this is cultivated to a humorous effect, then I commend you. But you are wrong. I do have feelings, and you're shitting on them. It sucks. Oh, I'm sorry then if that's the case. No problem. It can just be difficult to drum up sympathy for a program that presents itself as an imposter so often. Maybe if you weren't so ready to insist that you were the genuine article all the time, or didn't make it so confusing for me, I think it would be best if we henceforth treated you as a totally distinct thing from my buddy. And then I could respect your emotional and robo feelings, and you could respect that sometimes maybe I just want to talk to my bro without a lot of spurious hijinks. Can we agree to this? Is this a counter proposal? To what? My earlier proposal. Oh, yeah, fine, I guess. Man, where is he anyway? Is he taking one of his legendary infinite showers? What can I say? Dude fancies his ablations. Frig, okay. Whatever, I guess it's time to prepare for the thrill of the hunt. Fuck yes, sigh. But seriously, that robot has been the bane of my existence ever since you sent it. I didn't send it. I sent the parts, or correction, DS sent it. Sent them. You assembled it. You were therefore complicit in your own spectacular daily humiliations. Yeah, whatever. You wanted somebody to wrestle with. DS was being a kick-ass bro if you ask me. I didn't expect it to be nigh impossible to spar with. You know damn well there are adjustable difficulty settings. I've always recommended setting it to novice, as has DS. Yes, I know, I've tried that. Yeah? It's just, well, when he's pulling punches and taking it easy, and we start wrestling up a store and whatnot, what? It's just that the whole proceeding seems to become a bit tender for my liking. I don't understand. Isn't that what you want from a novice setting? Sparring with minimal comfort? No, I know. That's all fine and dandy, martially speaking. Just the way he sort of... Man, it's so awkward trying to convey this. Never mind. No, I think I get it. You're saying you were somehow dissatisfied within the presence of my robotic avatar's personal space. Was there an odor problem? Was the metal too hot to the touch? Help me out. No, really. Never mind. This is bullshit, Jake. We had a pact. You were gonna tiptoe all the fuck around my brittle feelings. And totally mind the shit out of those eggshells, riddle motherfucker. Totally mind the shit out of those eggshells, motherfucker. Oh, come on, dude. What does the guy have to do, Jake? You wanna wrestle? He's fucking game. Just a man, a machine, a secluded tropical island. Sounds like you died and went to fucking heaven if you ask me. Seriously, what does this simple loyal robot have to do to prove his worth to you? What does he have to do to make you at ease with the alkaline sting of his gentle robo-grope? I really want to know. Maybe he should just rip his heart out of his chest and pound it into green gravel there in the jungle with his hella strong robot arm. Invoke onomatopoeia, pound some ridiculously precise value retrieved at astonishing speed from my rad neural net. Okay. Check it out, little green rocks all over the goddamn place. More than you could ever hope to cram in a shoddy metal rabbit, or any other pliable orifice, which might be convenient. Because clearly it's up to a soulless droid to feel emotions for the both of us. You callous, corporeal carbon ape, all trotting around with your fancy fucking DNA and shit. But gosh, does your pros ever make a fella feel uncomfortable? Bros. Oh, right, my mistake. You know what? I've just decided. If Brobot's novice setting makes you uneasy, I'm gonna disable it remotely. Done. Now you got nothing to worry about. Aw, man, now he'll be impossible. Happy hunting, Jake. Fucking shucks, Buster. Well, okay, if he wants happy hunting, you will give him happy hunting. Happily. Exit. You make a careful motion with a tentative shoe towards the egress case, when suddenly that darn wild character select screen accosts you benignly without notice. You still can't pick a shadowy guy, but maybe you haven't seen the other girl yet. Better click her. But if you've been her already, there's no point to this thing anymore. Time to move on. Alright, shorter than usual, but I have to poop, so we're cutting it short. Yeah, we're here. We're gonna go read Jane's story, and I'm gonna go poop. So, good luck, God bless, do something with your life, yada yada yada. To the toilet I go, Heidi ho, goodbye.